As they opened fire on him, the car slowly rolled toward the driver's side of the road and landed in a small ditch. Now you'll notice that ditch is a lot deeper and a lot wider now than it was then. This is not the actual vehicle, but it's in almost the right place. If it pulled up just a little bit further, it would be in exactly where Clyde's vehicle ended up. Now this is the real vehicle. They estimate, there are different figures on this, but they were way over 100 bullets pierced the car. When law enforcement started shooting, they just shot till they run out of bullets. This is where the posse was standing. Now, there were 6 members of law enforcement. Ted Hinton had actually known Bunny from early years when she was a waitress. Now, to the left is Prentice Oaks, Bob Alcorn, Henderson Jordan, Ted Hinton, Frank Hammer, and Manny Galt. You can see Bunny in the front seat, and her head is laying over against Clyde. Actually, Clyde and Bunny both had been wounded several times in the past. And when they got more notoriety, they couldn't just stop anywhere and go to a doctor. So they had to treat their own wounds. Even when she burned her leg in a car accident, she had to treat her own wounds. And what they'd do is go into grocery stores or into drug stores, whatever they could get, bandages on their own or steal, and treat herself. This is the glasses that Bunny was wearing at the ambush. This is Clyde with his face leaning against the driver door. Now, when word spread of the ambush, people began to gather, and they began to try and take souvenirs. One even tried to cut Clyde's trigger finger off. Others cut locks of Bunny's hair. And they all tried to get pieces of their clothing before law officers stepped in and stopped it. And all of this was done before they moved the car. Now, if you notice this monument, people have chipped away the sides of it to get souvenirs, and they're still doing that today. They finally headed toward Arcadia, Louisiana, and they was taking them to the funeral home there. But the car that was pulling Bunny and Clyde in, and keep in mind, Bunny and Clyde's body was still in their car. They'd never took them out until they got to the funeral home. They rode in the car as they was pulling it. And when they got to Gibbsland, Louisiana, the car that was pulling them broke down. And they broke down right in front of this school. And the ironic thing is, the kids come running out the front door, and they allowed them to come out and view Bunny and Clyde with the blood on them, the bullets on them, and while they was still in the car. As they finally reached Arcadia, naturally there were sightseers everywhere. Now it's said that one of the law officers sort of jumped the gun when it come to the ambush, and a few feet before they got up, even with the posse, one of the lawmen started shooting and opened up. And when they did, of course the rest of them did too. But what's unusual about this photo in front here is that the windshield, all the bullets seem to be on Bunny's side instead of Clyde's side. I don't know why. This is a picture of Clyde after the ambush and Bunny. These are the aftermath of the ambush. Now, Bunny, according to her poems, always believed that they would be buried together, go down together side by side, she said in her poems. However, Clyde's mother and daddy had discussed buying a tombstone for his brother, Buck. And they didn't want to spend the money for both tombstones because they knew it was only a matter of time that Clyde would end up like this. So they told Clyde, they said, would it be all right if we just buy one tombstone and put both your names on it? And they said he seemed to be pleased with it. So I don't think Clyde really intended or thought that it would end up being buried by Bunny, because he knew that his family was going to put him next to Buck.